Derren Brown. Friend of the skeptics or enemy of the skeptics? I thought friend. I first heard about Derren Brown on Richard Dawkins' documentary. What's it called again? Oh, The Enemies of Reason. And what it was basically about is about people. This was about more like pseudoscience and things like that, and new agey things, and trying to debunk those things. And Derren Brown was there to talk about psychics because he considers himself a mentalist. And so, yeah, so I thought, hey, on our side, and he would do a trick, say right away that, okay, what I'm about to do, the psychics do, but I don't have any psychic ability whatsoever. So it's all done through trickery. Okay. And so he would do the trick, and we would see that, but he doesn't explain what it is, which, being a magician, I can actually understand. It's like, okay, so long as people know that what it is a trick, I'm actually kind of cool with that. What he's done recently, however, is not helpful and not good. And what that is he did this lottery trick. But basically what it was is that he said, I'm going to predict what they are, and after I'm done, I will show you on my next program how I did it. And he did, and well, sort of. He in the next episode, he would show trick after trick after trick after trick after trick, and then said, oh, by the way, here's how I did that lotto thing. So it's one of those things where stay at the end of the program and I'll tell you. Derren. What he gave you, here's the thing. It was a trick. It was obviously a trick. And he offered how he did it. The explanation he gave, however, it has no bearing in reality whatsoever. He mentioned some things that are happening, that are part of the human experience and the human continuum. Or I think I'm starting to talk pseudoscience now. Sorry. But, let me just explain. He said that it had something to do with the wisdom of crowds. Okay, and here, in the descriptions, you'll find a video by Killian, talking about the wisdom of crowds and what it actually is. After watching it, you will soon realize that the wisdom of crowds is an impossible way to predict numbers. Basically, this is the wisdom of crowds. Imagine you go to a carnival affair or whatever, and they have a jar of jelly beans. And it's one of those things where, count however many jelly beans are in here and win a prize. If you get it within these error bars or something. And if you're allowed to handle the jar, if you're allowed to see the size of the beans, if you're allowed to see that, in fact, there's nothing filled inside to make sure that there was less beans in there than there really were. If you take every answer and then divide it, all the different numbers, and then divide it by however many people guessed, more often than not, in fact, almost every single time, you'll get either the exact answer or freakishly close to the exact answer. And the more people you ask, the more accurate the number is going to be. And that's called the wisdom of crowds. How can you predict the lottery with that? You can't. It's impossible. Why? Because there's nothing to the equivalent of a jar and beans. It's a lot like saying, guess how many beans there are in this jar when you can't see the jar and you can't see the size of the beans. It's impossible to do. It would be just a random guess. The only things you can guess from is that, okay, it's from 1 to 99. And that there's going to be 6 or 7 balls to count between them. And you have to get them in the right order. The wisdom of crowds has absolutely nothing to do with that. There is, however, a YouTube user who goes by the name of Captain Disillusion. Huge fan of the guy because I myself am a video person and I love to watch videos and try to figure out how people do certain things. And he gives a very good explanation as to how Derren Brown did it. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure that that's how it happened. However, he does say, the bullshit of, wisdom of crowds. Ooh, actually, there is a wisdom of crowds. It just has absolutely nothing to do with being able to predict lottery numbers. It'd be completely impossible to predict lottery numbers. So I'm going to put links to 2 of his videos, because it's a 2-parter, sort of, up on the links as well. So watch those. And Derren Brown, come on. I watch your Twitters, and you send people to, debunking sites. You seem to be a skeptic, but then you do bullshit like this. That's not helping the situation. That's not helping educate people when you tell them lies. If you are offering the description, if you are offering the explanation of a magic trick, openly and willingly, do not give a lie. That is being dishonest. That is fraud. Well, 6 minutes. I'm going now.